Life has a way of giving us obstacles, giving us challenges that we must overcome. Some of them are easy, some of them are hard, and some of them take a very long time to overcome. After the passing of my partner in December of 2024, my life has changed quite a bit. I am by myself, I live by myself, and I try my best to overcome the grief that I feel on an everyday basis. I try to find new meaning. I try to figure out, what am I supposed to do? I try to figure out, how am I supposed to do these things? The challenge is that I was never lost before the passing of my partner. I was never without words. I was never without something always to say until recently. So the one thing that I found that helped out a lot for me was basically facing some of those challenges, some of those obstacles that were coming my way every day. I look up, I look around, and I settle myself down to a point to where I'm thinking, what's next? What is the next thing I have to do? What is the next thing I have to overcome? It is not that easy to figure out what you're going to do. I was waking up every day without any kind of motivation, any kind of anything to carry on. I try to figure out, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? Where am I going to go with the rest of my life? Grief is different for everyone. It is not the same for everyone. There is not a one size fits all. There is not a, if you do this, this will work. If you do that, it'll work. It's different for everyone. And I found that out. Yes, I attend grief class, but it still doesn't help in the areas where I need help. My life is going to be different for a long time. And that is something that I got to figure out. I have got to sit down and I have got to figure out, what am I going to do next? How am I going to do it? When am I going to do it? The challenges come every single day, but I'm able to embrace some of those challenges, sit down and figure them out. It is not easy. No one said it was going to be easy. No one told me this was how I was going to feel. Grief, the loss of a close loved one, does not prepare you for what's to come. There is no manual that says, hey, this is what you do after a loved one passes away. There is nothing that helps you with this. And it's unfortunate our world is geared that way. You have to figure it out on your own. You basically do. Yes, you can do some research. Yes, you can find counselors. Yes, you can find what I found, which is a grief class. But there's still that underlying, what do I do next? How do I do that? How do I carry on and go forward? How? It is not as easy as one would think. I am usually the one that has something to say most of the time. I'm usually the one that carries on most of the conversation. But lately, I have not been able to do so. I'm trying my best to move forward. I am trying my best to seek the help that I need or the comfort that I need to comfort myself. So after putting all of these thoughts and things together and putting them down, where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? I know one thing. My house needs cleaning. My house needs organizing. And I need to pretty much get back to the way, or try to at least, the way I was. That is going to take some time. And I realize that. But where do I go from here? I hear lots and lots of suggestions from people. I hear so many ways that I can do this and I can do that and I can do this and I can do that. Although I appreciate the advice that I do get from friends and families and loved ones, this is something that I have to figure out on my own. I used to be up and ready to go to do a lot of things. I used to just be super excited. I used to have such motivation to just basically, oh, I can take this on and I can take this on and I can take that on. But lately I haven't. My everyday life, my everyday thoughts are completely different. I remember when I had mentioned to everyone that I would be back. It took me a while to get back. It took a lot of motivation. It is actually hard right now, even going over this story and giving you a sense of what I'm going through. People tell me, oh, you're strong. And they'll say, oh, you're a strong Black woman. But what does that mean? What does that mean? Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not strong like they think I am. And when I say they, I mean people who love you, friends, family, acquaintances. The only thing I can suggest and the only advice that I can give is to take care of yourself. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. And be patient to yourself. Grief is something that cannot be dealt with overnight. Only you know how you feel. Only you are the one going through any particular grief that you're going through, whether it's a loved one, a close loved one. It'll get better. It will get better. It just takes some time. But you must be patient with yourself. That is the only advice and recommendation that I can give. It's not easy, and it's not going to be easy. So just take care of you.